Hi, I'm Mike the Entei, and recently I got the idea to make a very funny Arceus deck, which basically uses one of every single type of V to counter literally any deck that exists. Like, no matter what the meta is, even if someone's playing a rogue deck, you just win with knocking out your opponent's Pokemon and just one-shotting them with very few resources, ideally. So, for Arceus V and for Arceus V Star, you probably know what this does if you've been playing competitive Pokemon for any length of time. Starbirth is a really good ability that gets you any two cards you want as your V-Star power, and Trinity Nova does 200 damage and searches for basic energies to attach to your Pokemon. The key is you can search for any type of basic energy card. So, I play 3 Metal Energies, 4 Double Colorless, 3 Dark, 2 Fighting, 3 Grass, 2 Lightning, 2 Fire, and 2 Water. You might notice that I don't play any Psychic Energy. This is because Hoopa V counts as a Psychic and a Dark type. So if something is weak to Psychic, Hoopa can destroy it. It does 170 damage for 3 energies, and that times 2 is 340. And if that's not one-shotting, then the game has been power crept too much. Similarly, Corviknight V for 2 metals and a colorless does 190. So if anything's weak to metal, such as Zacian, or I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but Corviknight one-shots it. Galarian Zapdos for fighting and 3 colorless, which is reduced by 1 for each V in play, you do 170. That times weakness damage will one-shot stuff like other Arceuses and a lot of dark types as well. Suicune V one-shots a lot of fire types, 20 plus 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon. I'm actually thinking of taking out Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. They have the fleet-footed ability, which is nice, but most of the time, but once you start attacking with these guys, you're already set up anyway, so I might put something up that does more damage without having to rely on your opponent playing a big bench. Raikou, Entei, and Suicune basically have the same attack, 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon in total. That is theoretically a maximum of 220 not counting weakness, but again, that does rely on your opponent playing into it. Virizion, 200 for 3, can't attack next turn, but that's honestly fine. You are one-shotting, and you're going to get one-shotted back most of the time. That's why I play 2 Super Rod. Never mind, there is 1 Super Rod in the deck. I kind of want to put 2 in. What should I put in here, actually? You know what? Let's get rid of an Iono, and I'll put in another Super Rod. I like having them all look the same, so bear with me here. S-U-P-E-R. Super Rod. 1, 2. Very good. Super Rod gets any 3 Pokemon and or basic energies from the discard into the deck, which is really nice, because I run 1 of each of these little guys. I don't run any Dragon types or colorless because there's basically nothing that is weak to either of those types. That's really it. 4 double turbos because on turn 2, you really need to be attacking with your Arceus V-Star. The plan is pretty simple. On turn 1, you don't do anything, or if you go second, I guess, if you get a DZE, you Trinity Charge. Turn 2, you attach to Arceus. Okay, turns 1 and 2, you attack to Arceus V and evolve into Arceus V-Star and use Trinity Nova to soften something up or maybe knock out a lower HP guy. Then on later turns, you're maybe dealing half damage with something that's not your main attacker. So let's say there's something that has 280 HP. You deal 180 damage with Arceus, and then you deal 100 with one of these other guys. Doesn't really matter. You can attach energies however you want. And then you one-shot something on the bench next turn with the thing that does hit for weakness. Trainer cards, 2 Super Rods to shuffle stuff back so that when your guys don't get one-shotted, you don't just lose the game. 1 Escape Rope and 2 Switches, because with all these basic Pokemon, you might not necessarily start with Arceus, and you really got to get Arceus into the active position. 4 Ultra Balls, they can get you whatever Pokemon you want, usually the V-Star or the Lumineon. Oh yeah, Lumineon gets you supported when you play it. Greninja lets you discard an energy to draw 2 every turn. Greninja, of course, is really nice when you have a lot of energies that you're not going to be using. 4 Ultra Balls to get whatever Pokemon you want. 2 Adventures Discovery, it helps you get the V-Star. You can get other Vs that you want. You can get a Lumineon for next turn, etc. Iono and Research, I play 2 of each for consistency. 2 Switches, again, to get Arceus into the active. 2 Bosses, so you can knock out whatever you want. I've thought about going up to 3 a little bit, but usually you're just knocking out whatever's active anyway, so that's cool. 4 Nest Balls, you got to get Arceus out turn 1, and a Heavy Ball just in case you prize whatever you want to play down. Cool. So let's go into the ladder. I only have a ranking of 240 because the ladder started out recently. Hold on, let me can I move my guy? There you go. I should probably make him smaller actually. Okay. So you can see better where everything is. Okay. Flipping a coin is tails. I will go first. You really want to go first in this deck. You want to get your V-Star attack off on turn 2. If you don't, you kind of lose. Okay, a mulligan. That's a rare occurrence. I guess my opponent did as well. We're going to see what we're going against. And I start with Zapdos. My opponent has all waters. Okay. Quick shooting Inteleon. Sure. I wonder if this is Chien-Pao or something else entirely. Alright, I'm going first. My opponent's got Arceus. This is a weird list. I'm going to Nest Ball, get an Arceus, and for now I'll attach a Metal, because I doubt anything here is going to be weak to Metal. Alright, passing. Don't know what my opponent's going to do. Maybe stuff's going to be weak to Lightning. Maybe it's just Arceus. That actually wouldn't... You know what's funny? If my opponent plays down a... Okay, my opponent did not play down a bunch of Vs. That's fine. I guess I will... I'll Adventure's Discovery. I'll get another Arceus just in case I need that. Because I don't really want... Oh, no, I have to get Lumineon for now. I have to get... double turbo and a switch with my Starbirth here. Getting a switch. And give me that double turbo so I can attack. Double turbo, we switch. Get Zapdos out of there. Play Raikou down and I'll play Arceus as well. And I'll Trinity Nova. Fighting onto Zapdos, and I guess I'll bring the 2 Lightnings over for my Raikou. Very cool. Hopefully my opponent plays down a bunch of Vs. Maybe I should have attached to the Zapdos instead, just in case I end up needing 3 energies to attack, and I can just attach a basic so I can be fighting in 2 colorless. That was a bit of a misplay, but I'll probably be fine. I mean, I'm knocking out this Arceus V anyway next turn. Even if it evolves, do I still have knockout? Yeah, I do, because I would do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, my opponent plays Iono, so getting Lumineon wasn't very good, but that's fine. I get to draw cards, I get the double turbo, so if I really need to attach to Galarian Zapdos, I can. Alrighty. V-Guard Energy, interesting. V-Guard Energy makes my attacks do 30 less. But Zapdos does 170 and discard the special energy, so Arceus V will not be able to make use of that. I think I'm actually just going to win here. I think that's what's going to happen, because I will knock out the Arceus V-Star. Oh no, he's Starbirthing, I think. Is it a Starbirth or a Trinity Nova? I wish I could see a log. You know, a lot of online card games have this thing called, well, I don't know what it's called in most games, but there's usually a section where you can view what has happened during a game. The Pokemon TCG Online used to have that. You could actually see what players had done, what actions they had taken. But no, TCG Live is just worse in every way. Love to see it. Okay. Opponent has gotten some energies, and they're now on Arceus. Is this Chien-Pao? That's all I can. That's what I can. I gotta assume it's that. Whatever. I guess I'll Heavy Ball. I don't even know what's in my prizes. I should have looked. Give me Greninja. I doubt I'm gonna need Hoopa here. Play Greninja down. I guess I'll attach to... Who do I even want to attach to? Let's just go with Ultra Ball, discard Grass and Dark. I'll get an Arceus V-Star. Actually, it might be better for me to get Corviknight here. If my opponent is playing Gen-Pao, that's weak to Metal. Play Corviknight down. I will attach a double turbo and then play Iono. Just to get more cards. I guess I want Super Rod. I'll discard the grass because I don't think anything's going to be weak to grass. Wait. No, yeah. For some reason I thought I'd Ultra Balled for the V-Star. But no, I got Corviknight instead. Okay. Trinity Nova for knockout. And I guess I'll go Metal, and give me Fire, I guess. And I'll attach to Zapdos, because maybe he plays Path. This deck runs no stadiums. That's a major weakness of it. I kind of want to run stadiums, but the problem with that is if your opponent doesn't play Path, then they're kind of bricks. And I don't really like that. I guess I could go for Pokestop? Artizone definitely wouldn't help. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I should run some kind of stadium, but I don't know what. I don't know what would help with consistency. Because Artizone does not let you get Rule Box Mons. And all of my Pokemon have a Rule Box. Even Greninja. It is a Radiant Pokemon, which has the little Rule Box. Rather unfortunate that that's how it is, but that is how it is. Box of Disaster, really? Box of Disaster makes me take 80 damage if I knock it out from full HP. Alright, my opponent has 2 Vs in play. So that means Galarian Zapdos is online. It's going to do 340. Screw it. Discard the Fighting Energy. Because I definitely don't need it when Zapdos dies. Very cool. I guess I actually don't even really want a Nest Ball. I'll Adventure Discovery. We'll get 1, 2, and I don't know. Give me Give me Virizion. Why the heck not at this point? I'll throw down the... I'll throw down the Entei. Just for lulz. Attach. Why not? And... dead. I take 80 because of the Box of Disaster. And I take 2 more prizes. So yeah. Assuming that nothing crazy happens, I either knock out the Arceus V with my Zapdos, or I knock out the Pidgeot with my Raikou. Actually, would I knock out the Pidgeot? Yes, because I do 20... I would do 120, 140. So yeah, it's over. It's already over. Unless my opponent Ionos me out of this boss. Or judges me. Same diff. Okay, there's the Iono. Now, if I get Lumineon, then I can still get boss and win the game. Because I can play it down and then boss up the Pidgeot. Or I can just draw my boss out of the 2 cards. That also works. Trinity Nova, I get knocked out. Opponent really shouldn't be getting any cards because they can only attach to other Vs, which is the Arceus in this case. Or not just other Vs, but any Vs. Anyway, Raikou comes up, draw a card, boss up the Pidgeot. Dead. Exact knockout. Hell yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Woo!